in Manhattan, Taj Lounge. Ndaba Mandela in the building. How are you, sir?
I'm good, and you, my brother? How are you?
Good, good, alive. I saw you getting down dancing.
Well, you know, being a member of the youth, we'd like to express ourselves on the dance floor, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now, to start off, we want to say, on behalf of SaharaTV, we extend our deepest condolences on the passing of Tata.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and we obviously know that Tata was one of the greatest people that the world has been looking up to, and his passing was not a shock. It was something expected. How was it for you and the family?
It was very tough, you know, it was very tough, but we're lucky to have a lot of people supporting us.
Okay, so now, if you have to speak on behalf of the family, what has been the greatest legacy that he left for you?
Well, I mean, you know, the old man, being the old man, he's left a really tremendous legacy, one of uniting people from different backgrounds, nation building, one of reconciliation, you know, being able to bridge the gaps between enemies and bringing them together to discuss very hard issues. So I think the biggest legacy that Madiba has left on us is his triumph over evil, and to be able to break the physical chains of apartheid and colonialism and really achieve freedom on behalf of his people, with the support of his people. So I would say freedom and unity, you know, uniting the people of South Africa.
Okay, now we know that in every family there's turmoil, there's problems, including Madiba's family too. But how are you working towards regaining that peace that you obviously deserve?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, during tough times, family come together and they discuss, and I think that's the one good thing about tough times. You know, everybody comes together to help each other and lean on each other's shoulder. So it's a good thing and a bad, but it's enabled us to come together and talk about the issues that exist.
Okay, now you're in New York and you've been doing something with Africa Rising, the foundation that you created. How far have you gone? Because I realize that now you've been appointed by the UN to represent Africa Rising and the rest of Africa actually during the World Cup soccer in Brazil.
Well, we've been appointed to basically increase the awareness and the scourge of HIV/AIDS. So we're working very closely with UNAIDS to continue the message. We'll be going to Brazil, you know, setting up mobile units where people can test themselves and know the HIV status, as well as promote the use of protecting themselves, you know, protecting their goal is what the name of the campaign is, where we're using football to say to the people, protect the goal, which means protect yourself, protect the future, and protect your loved ones.
Back to Africa Rising. This is a foundation you created. What is the real goal and what do you aspire to achieve with that organization?
What we aspire to achieve with this organization is a platform where all Africans across the globe will be able to conversate with each other and talk about real issues that affect them, small issues, you know, that unite them, whether it be music, whether it be you know, TV entertainment, but also the hard issues. We talk about how do we bridge the gap between Africans in America, Africa, Europe, you know, Asia. That is really, our vision is to also work with the youth in empowering them to be the best leaders of tomorrow. So we want to really be a catalyst and working to breed a new breed of African leaders. So it's really just unifying African people and allowing them and giving them the power to make the continent rise from within.
Okay, and I know that you're working with your cousin Kweku on this project. When you created it, were you always together? Because Madiba created that unity where you have to reach out. So I know you are partners with your cousin right now.
Yes, we started together. We're still very much working together, and it's been going well, you know. So yeah, we're very happy and we're excited about 2014.
America is currently celebrating Black History Month, and BET called you an icon man. Can you describe what that means?
Well, basically, they chose people that they felt were doing good things for their community, especially obviously African people across the world. So I was very honored and very humbled that they would choose me amongst people like Forrest Whitaker. You know, had a huge, long career, getting all sorts of awards and making films. So it was a real honor, and we're just trying to do we don't set out to unite people and empower the youth to get awards. It's really something that we care about, the future of our continent, you know. So yeah, it's very humbling, man, and we're very thankful.
So if you had a chance to tell the African youth today on how to put their resources, their talents, and everything they have to make it a better continent, what would you say as Ndaba?
I would say as Africans, we have to dream, and we have to dream big. And I want to say to the youth out there, don't let anybody tell you that your dream cannot happen, you know. I want people to be bold, Africans to be bold, and to be proud of where they come from. Be proud of your parents, you know. Understand that the system was against them, so they were not able to become scientists and teachers. Some of our parents are only maids and gardeners, but be proud nonetheless, you know, that they fought, they were there for you, and now we are free to create and take use of those opportunities. So dream big, work hard, and be passionate, be proud of who you are and where you come from.
What should we expect from Africa Rising in the near future?
Well, you'll be expecting, one of the things that we're excited about is something called the African Dream. It's a 2-year project where we're going to shoot a movie showcasing the African Dream. But before we get there, we're going to be basically collecting information from about 30 African countries about the African Dream. So we're very excited about us, you know, being able to compile information from Africans across the globe, talking about the African Dream, and eventually shooting it and showcasing what the African Dream is all about. So we're very excited about that. And we're just very excited about being able to travel from country to country, state to state here in America, and just talking about the new image of Africa, the new breed of African leaders that are rising up, that are equipping themselves with skills, and are not only doing it for themselves, but for the younger generations and for their peers, you know, as in unison, you know. It's a one movement, and I can see that Africans across the globe are really awakening and understanding that they have the power to control their own destiny. So we're very excited to be working with young people, you know, to make sure that we're moving ahead and really taking control of our destiny.
So if there are any African youths that are listening right now, what would you tell them to get involved?
I'd say check out the Mandela Project online. You know, it's a project about Mandela Day. It's about sharing your inspiration, about sharing what you do to give back to your community. You know, there's just so many things that are happening. Go onto the Africa Rising website and join us and find out what we're doing. And would like your involvement, your contribution, whether it be on a volunteer basis. And I'll just say, you know, get together with like-minded people like yourself. Whatever it is that you care about, come together and, you know, come up with the ways in which you can solve it and tackle it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ndaba. It's been a pleasure.